Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. I have to say, XRP, over the last 24 hours, it could be worse. Look at this. It's green. It's up almost 5%. You got Bitcoin in the red, so at least relative to Bitcoin, XRP looking pretty good. Not going to cry over that, so I'm going to get into some of the specifics there. The first article I'm going to be covering in this video, I think it's the first anyway, has to do with a chart analyst who indicates key levels that XRP must hold in order to avoid a crypto collapse, quote-unquote crypto collapse, which sounds very scary, yes. Gonna have nightmares. Also talks about those levels for Bitcoin and Ethereum as well. And other than that, in this video, it's pretty much just it's fun articles that I found and wanted to share with you. Pretty much all relating to price in some capacity or another. Some explicitly about XRP, some specifically about Bitcoin. But as we know, as it pertains to the price action of Bitcoin, it does indeed matter because XRP moves in tandem with the price action of Bitcoin. So I just want to see the whole asset class do well, and I'd like to see Bitcoin appreciate in price, market price. That would be good. I am not a maximalist of any coin. Even so, I'm Mr. XRP Bull, and that's what I'm most excited about because, hey, utility matters in my mind. Still never going to be a maximalist. That don't make no damn sense to Moon Lambo. And going to talk about the Fear and Greed Index, looking pretty scary out there, but I tell you what, anytime I see that, to me, it's more like a buying opportunity, but I'll get into some of the specifics on that. I've got this article, which is interesting, from Cointelegraph. Actually, this is just a chart analyst. This isn't the one that I thought I was pulling up. What is the one I thought I was going to pull up? Maybe it's this one. I mean, that was interesting too, but yeah, here's the one I was thinking of. Bitcoin 2020 options places 4% probability on breaking all-time high before maturity. That's I don't know, I'm not good at numbers and stuff, but 4%, that's pretty low probability, right? Interesting, so we'll be digging in there. And then I've got this article from Cointelegraph titled, Number of Americans Owning Crypto Doubled in 2019. And so the reason I want to run through the specifics of this, and it's always fascinating to me, despite the price action, okay, then a lot of the years looked pretty good, in particular for Bitcoin. XRP's been mostly flat, okay, fine. But despite whatever you'd have to say about the negative price action that is occurring now, or has occurred at any point in the year, real-world adoption continues to occur. And of course, with me, I'm always XRP-centric channel here because I'm an XRP guy, because that's, I think, utility matters. You know me. If you've listened to the channel more than once or twice, you know that my investment thesis is utility matters, right? But so it's not just that companies like Ripple offering real-world utility utilizing a digital asset like XRP. It's not just that they're getting traction, but indeed more retail investors are entering the space. So say what you will about the price, but there's more butts in seats out there in the world of crypto participating. So I'll run through some numbers there. Now, before we get going any further, if you would please delicately tap that like button, and if you are a fan of Ripple and XRP, you done came to the right spot. Do yourself a favor and subscribe to the Moon Lambo channel. Treat yourself, girl. You deserve it. All right, so we got the crypto asset class at 202 billion, still holding on, hasn't dipped as far as I've seen. I mean, if it did dip below 200, I just haven't seen it. It could have, I don't know. Anyway, Bitcoin at $7,443, XRP at 28.4 cents. Now, over the last 24 hours, again, look at this. 24 hours, 4.55% up for XRP, whereas Bitcoin at time of recording down 0.63%, now 0.68%. It's getting worse as I record this. Oh my gosh. You know what's fun though? There's the 30-day mark right there. Bitcoin over the last 30 days down 14.73%, and over that same time period, XRP is up 17.2%. How about that? Just citing things, just citing some stuff. So here's the first piece I want to jump into. Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP must hold these key levels to avoid further crypto collapse. Technical analysis roundup. Now, I want to be clear at the outset. I always cite this at a minimum at the end of the video, but since I'm talking a fair bit about price, I want to be clear right now so that I can sleep easy at night. I am not a financial advisor. I don't have a financial background. I'm an enthusiastic member of the XRP community. I love talking about things that are related to crypto, specifically XRP by and large. And you should not buy or sell anything because of me, because that would be really dumb. Just don't do it. I'm not here to offer financial advice. I will never do a price prediction. Anyway, technical analysts are mapping out key levels that leading cryptocurrencies Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP now need to hold onto to avoid another rapid plunge. Daily analyst Josh Rager sounds angry. says BTC's first level of support is now around 7,120. I cited him yesterday and I made that stupid joke then too, but I just thought I'd try it on again for size today. See if we get some results this time here. Due to low volume and historical precedent, Rager sounds angry, thinks Bitcoin is posed to fall further in the short term, with big demand for Bitcoin sitting at around $6,000. And here's a quote now. Where do we think buyers are going to step in at? I love ending sentences in a preposition. I say it's okay. Because it really comes down to supply and demand. I do believe that we can have a nice strong bounce in between around $6,000 all the way to around $6,500. I believe that we're going to continue to move down. Why do I believe we're not going to go sideways and move back up? That's because typically you don't go sideways for almost a month just to move down an extra 9 to 10% in a day. We'll probably range again for a few days, maybe only a couple of days, or maybe a couple of weeks. All right, and then the piece states, despite the pullback, Rager says Bitcoin has not exited its overall uptrend that began in April 2019. And here's another quote. I still think we're in a macro uptrend. If you were to look at the chart and look at the monthly and the yearly chart, you're going to notice that Bitcoin is in a strong uptrend, and we should continue to uptrend over time, but we're going to have down markets in between. And so whenever you have that down market, if you know how to put a short on your Bitcoin holding towards the top, you're going to maintain the value of what you have, and then you can just buy more at the bottom. And I don't know how to do that because all I do is buy and hold. That's just Moon Lambo's style. And of course, I only buy XRP. That is it. Because to me, again, utility matters. Meanwhile, analyst Salsa Tequila tells his 28,000 followers on Twitter that Ethereum bulls are struggling to hold on after hitting resistance at around $163. You can see he's got a chart right there. Let me get down. I think XRP's right here. There we go. Here we go. Eric Cho, who won CME Group's annual trading competition in 2016, predicted Wednesday's crypto crash. Indeed fascinating. Props to you, good sir. He's standing by his forecast on XRP and says there could be a short-term bounce to 32 cents if it can hold above 24 cents. And as of the time of this recording, at least, it certainly is. Here's the tweet from him right here. Let's see. And it writes, again, if XRP hold 24 cents. On the next dip, I do expect us to revisit possible 32 to 33 cent range, which, that would be welcomed, I suppose, right now. Let me go ahead and jump to the next piece now. And this is interesting here, the way they wanted to frame this, because I just cited that XRP's up. Okay, here's the title for maybe crypto, though. XRP slumps by 18% with breach of ascending channel. And then they go, so that's what they wanted to go with the negative 18% here. Come on, and then they cite where it was actually at the time of the publishing here. Where would it state here? XRP losing 14% of its market value. The coin that was valued at 28.97 cents fell to 24.71 cents. However, it recovered at press time to be valued at 27.57 cents. So not down 18%. That really steams my vegetables. Putting out misleading titles of your articles. Don't do that. Anyway, let me go down to the conclusion here. I'm just going to read that because I just wanted to really get the sentiments across. I'm not here to really read all the technical analysis stuff. That would probably bore most of you. This is not a tech analyst channel, so I know you're not coming for that. Anyway, the conclusion is XRP's price noted another fall with a breach of the descending channel. The indicators predicted an extremely bearish market, which the buyers can benefit from. Speaking of that, I'm about to get to it. I can't wait to show you the Fear and Greed index here. But first, let me show you a couple tweets from XRP community member and chart analyst Patty Stash. I like this guy's style. He tweeted this out today. I've been posting the weekly altcoin dominance chart quite a bit lately. Here is the 3-day. Check out the significance of the resistance that was surpassed today. In my opinion, next week's candle will dwarf the current one we're seeing, and that will be fun to follow. And here's the chart if you feel like taking a look at it. Here's on screen. Here's what he used to justify the tweet that he put out there. I've got another one from him now. Take a look at this. Also from today. After about a 3 weeks long consolidation, altcoins are now starting to gain dominance again, and in my opinion, it will continue to exponentially grow as emotion and FOMO, that's fear of missing out, takes over. Remember, this market moves mainly on emotion. as people get excited, money flows in. And here's the chart that he associated with that. And Patty Stash, he's long been a proponent for man, I don't remember when I first reported on it. It could have been, I don't know, it was roughly 2 months or so ago. But he's been talking about the impending altcoin run. And he didn't specifically put a timestamp on it. He just seemed to think that it's coming. And it's let humans do what they do. And he's standing by that. And even though I'm not a chart analyst, to me that makes sense, because if you just look in terms of the volume that are still occurring with mini coins, even though, okay, fine, a lot of the ICOs, scam coins, that's all gone, okay, they're never coming back, they won't be a part of the altcoin rally, fine. But to me, there seems to be reason to believe that other coins rally, because what's the alternative? If you say no to alt season, what's that mean? Bitcoin just runs up forever and the rest of the crypto asset class just stays where it is or decreases in value? Well, to me, conceptually, that makes no damn sense. Lambo says no. So I don't know when this is coming, but historically, I mentioned this today in another video, just in terms of Bitcoin dominance, anytime it gets to these levels, historically, it has decreased, and there has indeed been an alt season. So if that doesn't happen now, it will be the first time that it has ever not happened. So we shall see. But in terms of what this means for XRP, probably very good. Not financial advice again, but probably very good. It's just interesting because XRP is indeed the least correlated to Bitcoin in terms of price action out of all top 10. Well, excluding Stellar. Okay, so Stellar recently found out it's the least correlated, with the XRP being a very close second. Even so... So even if it moves sideways for months and months and months, it tends to do that at times, but then has these huge parabolic run-ups. And if you're a fan of XRP, it's probably a good idea to have some exposure to XRP at that time. That's why I personally am not a trader. You do what you want. That was not advice, again. But I personally just make sure I keep my exposure. And so I am a long-term guy, and I'm just going to keep holding and holding and holding. Take a look at this fear and greed index. It's looking scary out there. That's what I want to see. Look at well, I mean, if you're a buyer, it's probably a great time, right? Historically, when people have the most fear, it's a good time to buy. When people are feeling the most ecstasy emotionally, it's maybe time to sell, right? And so here's the fear and greed index. And it rates on a scale of extreme... Oh, wait, that's not what the scale is. Is the scale listed here? I thought it was. Maybe not. Well, regardless, the lowest that, or the most scary setting here on the fear and greed index is extreme fear, and that's where we are. Right here. Extreme fear. If you're not driving, feel free to take a look at the screen right here. And so, again, if you buy the Warren Buffett concept of buy when there's blood in the streets, just keep that in mind. Make your own decision, but is what it is. Here's a piece from Cointelegraph. Crypto markets show slight growth. Bitcoin continues sitting in red. And there's a sad looking Bitcoin picture. He's like, womp womp, I'm having a Monday again, even though it's Wednesday. So here we go. Or no, it's Thursday today. What the hell am I talking about? He's having it's like a week of Mondays. You ever have one of those? All right, Bitcoin is. The top 20 cryptocurrencies seem to begin reclaiming after a sharp drop on October 23rd, when Bitcoin crashed $500 in minutes and dragged down other coins. Bitcoin, however, continues sitting in the red zone, reporting losses of 0.6% on the day to trade at around $7,442 at press time. The leading coin has seen low volatility over the past 24 hours, dipping to a low of $7,378 and reaching $7,552 at its highest price point. In the meantime, Bakkt revealed that the company will be launching the first regulated options contract for Bitcoin futures on December 9th. Joel Birch, the founder of crypto hedge fund and market research firm Lunar, said that he sees Bitcoin under 8,000 as a buying opportunity. Birch also explained that he does not believe in the buy low, sell high strategy broadly. So you don't like the fear of greed index then, or Warren Buffett's whole blood in the streets thing? It's fine. To each their own. Diversity of thought is just fine. Let me jump down here to XRP. The third largest coin by market cap, XRP, has shown more stable growth, having registered a 3.19% growth on the day to trade at around 22. That's a typo. They mean 27. They must mean 27.2. But this crypto media, you just type stuff up with your stupid little fat fingers. Don't check your work, and then you got here claiming that XRP is at 22.7 cents. You know what? You're probably going to get a promotion for that because this is crypto media and nothing makes no damn sense here. Anyway, in terms of weekly performance, the altcoin has lost 2.65%, while on its monthly chart, XRP is 0.83% in the green. And again, on the 30-day, what did I say? It was like 17% time recording. 17% in the green. I'll take that. All right, next piece here from AB Crypto. Bitcoin 2020 options places 4% probability on breaking all-time high before maturity. And I want to say this too, and I've said this before, and again, this is just a guess, so take it for what it is. That's it. I'm not a chart analyst, but I've always suspected that Bitcoin is probably going to need to get to its all-time high before you see XRP kind of smash through its all-time high. Just a guess. I don't know that. Maybe XRP will actually have this crazy bull run. But just the degree to which XRP is still tethered to Bitcoin makes me skeptical of the concept of XRP breaking ahead prior to that. But I'm also, again, Mr. XRP bull, and I do believe that at some point XRP will supplant Bitcoin in terms of market cap to become number one, based on all knowledge available today. Because I'm a fundamentals guy, I think real-world adoption matters, and I think that people that keep entering the space and invest in this asset class are going to agree with me. Cryptocurrencies that don't get used should not be here, and they shouldn't have staying power monetarily. They shouldn't have any high market price, right? Anyway, the crypto winter finally came to a close after the world's largest virtual asset surged substantially from April to May. The price peaked at $13,800 on June 26 before corrections took over. Bitcoin continued to consolidate above the $10,000 range before the market sentiment changed after a few significant collapses in the coin's price. At press time, Skew Markets was reporting that Deribit Exchange has opened options trading for Bitcoin and Ethereum. It was claimed that the same would reach maturity on June 20th, 2020, with a probability of 4% being placed on Bitcoin crossing its all-time high post its May 2020 halving. In the first half of 2019, the optimism surrounding Bitcoin was significantly positive. Bitcoin managed to breach major resistances over a span of 60 days and finally peaked at over $13,000. The futures market was also relatively positive, with high trade volumes as CME and Grayscale registered over $8 billion and $2 billion monthly trade volume in July, respectively. Further, popular analyst Plan B. There's got to be a better name than that. I'm sitting here, I'm named Moonlab. I have the stupidest name in the XRP community. Anyway, popular analyst Plan B stated that Bitcoin's market cap valuation post-May 2020 halving may reach an estimated $1 trillion, which suggested that Bitcoin's valuation may reach around $55,000. Bitcoin's stock-to-flow ratio model, which the analyst used, is based on the scarcity index, and historically Bitcoin has adhered to it for the past few years. So, take that for what it's worth. Let me hop into this last piece here. I don't want this video going too long, but this is cool here. I like this. Number of Americans owning crypto doubled in 2019. Number of Americans who own cryptocurrencies has almost doubled in 2019, from 7.95% in 2018 to 14.4%. According to a new survey by Finder. So that's cool stuff. That's why I was saying, like at the beginning of the video, say what you will about price action. I don't care if you think that it's down or you don't like the time periods where it's flat. More people are getting in because cryptocurrency asset class is here to stay, period. That's it. That's what I think anyway. Finder, an Australia-based financial services firm, has surveyed 2,068 Americans to figure out that 36.5 million people in the United States own some form of crypto to date. Titled, "A Rising Number of Americans Own Crypto," the survey was released on October 14th, as Finder tweeted. Average 5,447 holdings versus $360 median account. According to the survey, the average amount of out of the totally owned crypto by Americans accounts for $5,447. However, as nearly 3/4 of respondents actually held less than this amount, the median amount, the value separating the higher part of the cryptocurrency owned by U.S. people stands at $360. So most people, they put in a little bit. They're kind of like, yeah, I don't know. See, this is the whole thing. Like, when I entered crypto in November of 2017, I was one of those people. I hadn't done the research yet, and I admitted what I was doing. I was like, this is kind of like gambling. I haven't researched this, but I'm putting in almost nothing. And I was like, whatever, just for fun, I'll watch it and see what happens over the next decade. And even then, I was actually still a long-term guy. I'm not a buy for super short-term games type of guy. But even then, I barely put in anything. And it wasn't until I started doing research that I was like, holy crap, there's actually something to this. And I did not have that opinion until I got to XRP and started researching. And I was like, oh my God, there's a use case, and understood the importance of trust as it pertains to the correspondent banking system. Completely blew my mind. I did not think I'd find something that would prove to me that cryptocurrencies will have staying power. It completely changed my mind after I did my own research on that anyway. So anyway, these people are just kind of at that beginning phase. They put a little baby boo bit of money in, and some of them are going to find out about XRP. Some of them are going to do proper research, and actually, some of them might be listening to this channel right now. There are always new people entering the space and joining the Moon Lambo channel. And by the way, thank you very much. Whether you've been here a while or you're brand new, I do appreciate you. Thank you for stopping by. But more will be coming in, and it's just going to become increasingly clear that cryptocurrencies are here to stay. They're not going away, and more money will come in, and institutional money as well. Look, whether it's institutional or retail investor, humans are humans, and the more time passes, the more clear it becomes crypto's just not going away, and more money will come in. And that's why, to me, it doesn't make sense that we wouldn't eventually get to a crypto asset class valued in the trillions. It's just my humble opinion. Take it for what it's worth. That's it for this video. I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the Moon Lambo!